If you're not on Instagram as a brand, you probably don't exist. I think Instagram is obviously for consumer products the most important channel in the world. We can see that even last year it was already at 1 billion users, and now it's so mainstream that the fastest growing group on Instagram, I think women between 40 and 50. So basically platforms that start really, really young, maybe like TikTok, they go mainstream and have billions of users in just a couple of years. And I think the most important thing to understand about Instagram is that a lot of people just live in this kind of Instagram bubble. And what I mean by that is that a lot of the world that they discover is only through the Instagram lens. And so they don't really know what exists outside of the Instagram bubble. So I would go as far as saying, if you're not on Instagram as a brand, you probably don't exist. By that I mean that, say, even a traditional brand, let's say like a Hugo Boss, to me was also kind of a well-known brand. But I would think that maybe a 20-year-old probably doesn't even know what a Hugo Boss even is, because it doesn't really exist on Instagram. There's not a lot of influencers who are wearing Hugo Boss. So I think not being really present on Instagram is basically being irrelevant. What does it look like to be on Instagram? So as I said, a lot of consumers are experiencing the world through Instagram. And so one of the main questions is always, what I'm doing, is this Instagrammable? Does it look nice on Instagram? And when you just look at food pictures, I mean, all the restaurants are now designing their food in a way that it looks nice on Instagram. So they will have different colors like this. I mean, there's no good reason why they should all have different colors, other than it looks nice on Instagram. You have those kind of unicorn, rainbowy toasts and donuts. Interiors designers are also designing always with Instagram in mind. They even have tile and floor decorations that is supposed to look nice on Instagram, because people like to take pictures of their feet standing on some nice floors, and so posting that to Instagram. Also, stores need to be very Instagrammable nowadays, and I think a lot of companies don't really have that in mind. And I think it's also when you want to attract young talent, and if you take, say, pictures of your office or where people are working, it's also super important to just transmit a, I guess, Instagrammable workplace in order to attract young people.